In a frustrating turn of events for the New York Jets, star quarterback Aaron Rodgers expressed strong displeasure over the officiating during their narrow 23-20 loss to the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. The veteran quarterback, visibly upset with the way the game was called, didn't hold back his critique, especially focusing on what he perceived to be egregious penalties that disrupted the flow of the game. Rodgers voiced his frustrations about the officiating team led by Adrian Hill, which imposed a staggering 22 penalties, accumulating 204 yards, the highest penalty yardage in any NFL game this season. Both the Bills and the Jets were flagged for 11 penalties each, with many of these calls hindering momentum and the overall pace of the game. Rodgers was especially critical of some penalties, including those that favored his own team. "Yeah, it seemed a little ridiculous," Rodgers said in his post-game comments. "Some of them seemed really bad, including the roughing the passer call on me. That's not roughing the passer. Might as well play sarcastaball if we're going to call those things." The mention of sarcastaball is a humorous nod to a South Park episode from its 16th season, which parodied the NFL's officiating. Rodgers also took issue with a roughing the passer penalty called on Jets defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw, saying he didn't believe it was warranted either. His frustration echoed the sentiment of many Jets fans, who watched as several key plays were undone by penalties. One of the most crucial moments in the game came late in the third quarter. Left tackle Tyron Smith was flagged for holding, a penalty that nullified a 4-yard touchdown run by running back Braylon Allen. That score could have given the Jets a 7-point lead, but instead, they had to settle for a 32-yard field goal attempt, which kicker Greg Zuerlein missed after striking the left upright. This missed opportunity significantly impacted the game's outcome, as the Jets ultimately fell short by just 3 points. "We had a walk-in touchdown with Braylon," Rodgers said, "and then we had a phantom holding call." Smith, who was at the center of the controversial call, declined to speak with reporters after the game. The loss highlighted an ongoing issue for the Jets. Over the last 3 weeks, the team has been penalized 32 times, giving up a staggering 382 yards through penalties in the last 4 games. This trend has been a major concern for interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich. "This is something I have to take a hard look at," Ulbrich said in his post-game interview. "There are always some penalties that will be legitimate. The ones that are legitimate, we have to take a hard look at. How are we coaching it? Is it a technical thing? Is it a recurring thing that just needs to be remedied and we need to shine a light on? It's going to be a hard look at the tape because, ultimately, that is not winning football. It puts us behind the sticks and destroys drive on offense and extends drives on defense. Can't happen." With a 2-4 record and mounting frustration, the Jets find themselves at a critical juncture in the season, needing to address their penalty issues if they hope to turn things around.